It's another day, stellar weekend as usual, by the way, and I'm headed to the mountain. And if it quits raining or it's not dumping snow, we're gonna finish the inside walls on the first floor and frame the second floor, and maybe sheet the second floor. Can't wait to see if we can get it done. Elk, ski resort, they're open. What do you think, boys?
Yeah, I think it's gorgeous.
We're gonna try to stick this one out.
We'll try.
Who's it, just me and just the three of us?
Probably.
It's supposed to get worse throughout the day.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Awesome.
Fabulous.
At least we're going downhill. Well, I told them.
Well, somebody stole our walkboard over the weekend. That's nice.
Got that going for us.
Coming up.
All right, I want to see.
I don't know how you're gonna do this.
Come on, Jamie, help me. Yeah. I mean, unless you can just like do that. I mean, I think you're already down here. So.
Problems with trigonometry that are gonna really prevent you from doing that direction.
All right, here we go.
Oh God! It hit me in the neck.
Come on, quit making me laugh.
We got our plates here. These are the ones I cut 3.5 short of 16 feet, but I'm gonna do my layout from the outside of the structure framing inside of the sheeting layer, and that way all of the studs throughout the whole house are measured from the same point, which is the outside of the framing inside of the sheathing, and that'll be our first stud on layout here. The wall I'm laying out now has a pocket door in it, and the rough opening for a pocket door is different. In this case, in reference to the door slab size, the opening needs to be double the door slab width plus 2 inches, which would be 62 inches here. Then it needs to be the door slab height plus 4.5 inches, which will make it 84 inches high. Then you fill it in with the pocket door kit later.
There it is.
Here's your pro tip for the day. We are grading all this lumber, and what I'm looking for mainly is crown, which is bow in this direction, up or down. And if there's too much of that, I don't use it. If there's a little bit, I put them all in the same orientation, like all crowned up. This one's pretty flat, so it could go either way, that way or this way, but that's super important for getting a good wall. All right, builder buddies.
Yeah.
She's ready. Frame away.
What are you doing?
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
I don't have a stiletto, Mom.
Oh, there it is. Wow. You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
That's the one we want. In truss. Doesn't have the diagonal webbing. That one goes on the exterior wall.
Give me one.
Those gloves feel pretty warm, but
Yeah, the problem is I melted the inside of them.
oh,
It's okay. They're Jason, so it's no big deal.
before we get too far down the line here, we're gonna straighten these exterior walls that the truss ends hit on, because once we tie them together, if either one of them is curved, that curve will be essentially locked into place. Back in a little. That's good.
You like it?
Love it. Since I've been doing this for 20 years, I do what I call the laser eye, where I just sight down the wall, and I'm pretty good at getting them really straight. If you don't have a laser eye, you might need to use a string line or some other technique to actually straighten it, is what I'd recommend.
So I've been doing this stuff for 20 years. I can tell if it's straight or not from a laser eye. And Yeah, if you're not cool like me, you might need a string line or something like that, but not me. I just...
This is all of our common trusses on this side of the house. And one thing about trusses, they usually have a painted end like that, and you want to orient all the painted ends the same way. That's pretty important because there's usually a chase in there, and if you flip them back and forth, the chase won't line up if it's not dead center in the truss. That chase is for like HVAC. So this next truss coming up is like 2.5 feet longer. It will cantilever out on this front. I'll show you a picture of the front of the house. And that will create this bump out, and it'll just cantilever on these trusses. You got a fork I can borrow?
Fork? Yeah, man, dude, I got everything.
I brought lasagna, no fork.
Oh, man. Got you extra spoon?
Check Dave. He's got some there. What'd you bring for lunch, Jay?
I got some leftover meatloaf, green beans, and potatoes all cut up together.
I bet you didn't eat vegetables.
I thought you didn't either.
Green beans, that's about it.
Oh. I just got done talking to the fireplace guy. He said he had the flu this week.
The fireplace guy? He had the flu?
Exactly.
What are the chances?
Hope he didn't get fired.
Yeah, well, I guess if he's feeling better, he's probably feeling pretty stoked. We go back to work.
Yo, Perkins! Yo, your wife ain't here to clean up your lunch, bro. Want to get your crap out of my truck?
You just leave it in here? Man.
I don't want that. Get that thing out of here, dude. Man.
Yo, bro, I don't think you're using that right.
No battery.
Oh.
Nice. Jamie's filling in this little section of wall on the stairwell. We didn't build it before because there was no floor to stand on to build it. So Jamie had to build up some scaffolding and then some walk planks. Sometimes we'll actually just deck right over the opening for the stairs and we'll temporarily frame under there so that we don't have this problem. But in this case, we just decided to stick frame the wall in place. What's the say, weather guy?
James Bond Jr.
It ain't getting any better. It's only getting worse.
Is it?
Yeah.
We don't need this layer of plywood in the middle.
Yeah, because I measured the truss. Now, that's what it fits?
In order to strengthen these trusses and tie them together so they act more as a unit than individual trusses, we're gonna run these 2x6s vertically, shoot them into the vertical legs of the trusses really well. That'll really stiffen the whole floor system. Yeah, I think it's about to come on in here.
I think I'm gonna crawl my way down.
Yep. Well, we made it another day. We're gonna head out of here before we freeze to death or get snowed in, one or the other. Thanks for building with us today, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for building with us.
That was lame.
Dude.
Supposed to make fun of him, dude. New guy.
Yo, it's snowing again!